I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all, and welcome to the May 20th, 2025 meeting of the Lawrence County Commissioners. Next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes for May 6th. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve.
We have a motion.
I'll second that.
And a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the motion carries. Next is the approval of claims.
Make a motion to approve them as presented.
I have a motion.
Second.
And a second. Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the motion carries. Next is approval of payroll.
I move to approve as presented.
I'll second that.
And a second. Everybody's favorite approval. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Next is the appointments, and first on the list is Miles Parker.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good
How's
morning.
everyone doing today?
Good.
The Lawrence County Employee Benefit Package is expiring on August 1st. As you know, Anthem acquired IU Health Plans, and as a result of this acquisition, IU will not be providing renewal terms for your benefits. We secured multiple options, and I'm very happy to announce that we secured a plan proposal with Anthem that accomplishes three main goals. Number one, the plan closely mirrors the current benefit structure with no significant reduction in benefits to the employees. Number two, the plan is a PPO plan with Anthem's broad national provider network, which is a significant improvement over the narrow network we currently have with IU Health. And number three, the proposed plan cost is under budget. Therefore, I'm requesting approval of the Anthem plans for the August 1, 2025 renewal term.
I would move to approve as presented to us.
Okay. I have a motion
I'll second that.
and a second. Any further discussion? I just want to comment that we've worked pretty hard on this, and we feel like we have come up with the best option, the best plan available for us. So, having said that, I'll ask for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion carries.
Thank you. I appreciate all of your time.
Thanks for your diligence, Miles.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Okay.
I will leave these for you.
I'll get them. Okay.
Do those now you can, or if you want to do those after the meeting.
Let's do it after the meeting.
That's perfect.
Is that all
Let's
right?
do this.
We'll get them to you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate your time on this.
Thank you, Miles. Next on the agenda, Stephanie Baker and Mandy Robbins from Soil and Water Conservation District.
Good morning. If you haven't met me, I'm Mandy Robbins. I'm the district coordinator for the Lawrence County Soil and Water. Stephanie Baker is our technician, and Whitney is with NRCS. She's the district conservationist. So, I'm going to move this. So, thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today about something that's not just under our feet, but vital to our future. Soil and water and the dedicated people who helped protect them. Our Soil and Water Conservation District, or the SWCD. Here in Lawrence County, we know just how vital the work is. Did you know that 40% of all the acres in our county are actively farmed? That's nearly half of our land dedicated to growing food and raising livestock. And we just don't farm, we lead. Lawrence County is proud to be the third highest beef producing county in the state. On the first sheet of the packet that I gave you, you'll notice on the back side, Lawrence County Nutrient and Sediment Load Reduction Sheet. Lawrence County has a total of 287,475 acres. 108,000 are agriculture acres. 155,000 of those are forest and wetland acres. 23,000 are developed acres. Agriculture comes with a challenge: erosion, nutrient loss, and water management, and that's where Lawrence County Soil and Water makes a real difference. On the next page, the fast facts on the bottom part. In 2024 alone, Lawrence County Soil and Water Conservation District provided over $250,000 in cost share assistance to local farmers, covering practices that supported more than 7,000 acres of farmland. That is 7,000 acres where conservation practices are now helping protect soil health, improve water quality, and boost productivity. And it doesn't stop there. Our district has also offered technical assistance to over 368 individuals just last year. Since 2020, Lawrence County Soil and Water Conservation District received $640,000 in cost share grants, and then also an educator grant in 2024 for $62,000. These are grants that we apply for. Clean Water Indiana and the 319 grants are available in every county in the state, but not every county pursues the opportunity to do the extra workload that a grant requires. Soil and Water Conservation District grants pay out 75% of the landowner cost. This $640,000 does not include the investment, which may range from 25 to 50% that the landowner pays. Quick math, that is almost $1 million. On the next page is total conservation and investment leverage sheet through the SWCD. Conservation on the ground, clean water, and reducing soil erosion is our goal. As we are meeting these goals with cost share assistance, we're also boosting the community economically. This is $1 million that is funneling directly back into the county. Examples of this being purchasing gravel, fabric for an access road or heavy use pad from Blackwell or Ingram's, fence post or fencing from Bender Lumber, automatic waters and pipeline from Lawrence County Farm Supply or Tractor Supply, seed fertilizer from Standish or Bedford Feed and Seed. You get the idea. But also, what about equipment rental? Not everyone owns their own equipment needed to install these practices that they're implementing. So they rent equipment from Lazy Diamond or Tri-County. Or even better, they hire one of our many local contractors that we have on our contractors list in our office that can construct their practice to meet NRCS specs. With every grant the Soil and Water receives comes grant requirements. These requirements consist of, but not limited to, education events, field days, outreach, 25% landowner cash match, record keeping, and quarterly reporting. If you haven't been to our office, it's located behind Lowe's and the USDA Service Center, along with Farm Service Agency, FSA, and Natural Resource Conservation Service, NRCS. Most soil and water offices are in close proximity with FSA and NRCS as we collaborate on most conservation programs. We have an agreement with NRCS to assist with customers' phone calls and technical assistance in exchange for office space, computers, phones, etc. Currently, NRCS has over 200 active contracts equaling $8,809,000. Up to this point in 2025, they have also approved 78 additional contracts equaling $3,270,000. These dollars are handled the same way as the soil and water grants. All funded participants are required a field visit, designs, practices before payout. Quick math, that is almost $13 million that the soil and water has helped facilitate into the county. One last thing I want to mention, let's not forget education. Lawrence County Soil and Water Conservation District are also investing in the next generation, visiting classrooms, hosting workshops, and helping young people understand the value of conservation. When we teach our kids to care for the land, we're teaching them to care for the future. With the increased cost share grants that we have received over the last 5 years, we weren't able to get in the school classrooms as much as we needed to. So instead of asking the county for another paid position for our office, we applied for a 2024 part-time educator position. This is a 3-year, 20-hour-a-week position with no benefits. These positions have a very high turnover rate. We're lucky and found a passionate college ag major that the kids love. Hopefully we get to keep her till the end of the grant, 2027. What makes this all more powerful is the SWCDs are locally led. They're not distant government agencies. They're made up of people right here in our community. The Soil and Water Conservation District Board of Supervisors is composed of 5 individuals who are dedicated to conserve and supporting Lawrence County. The Soil and Water Conservation District is not just a partner in agriculture, they're a partner in the community. Let's continue to support their work, share their message, and be proud of the progress we're making right here in Lawrence County. Thank you again for your support and time. If you have any questions, we're available to answer. Also, in the packet, on the 3rd page, which I didn't go over, is the state of Indiana funding as a lead. So you can see Lawrence County is the darkest blue. We funding as, that's total funding. Total funding, Lawrence County is #1 in the whole state. We can only be a lead of 2 grants at a time. Grants last for 3 years. So we're limited, but total funding, if we're the lead of 2 grants, we can partner with another county to get more cost share, and that's what we do. We're #1. Also, I don't have one of my maps. Yeah, sorry. Funding as a lead, that's the green map. Sorry, my pages got mixed up. $244,500. I can only speak for Lawrence County. Every bit of our cost share dollars that you see on both of these maps has only been for cost share, for the community, going back into the community. In 2024 is the first time that we have applied for anything other than cost share, and that was our educator position that we really needed. Other than that, all of these dollars are cost share dollars going back into the community. I can't speak for the others. They might have bought a piece of equipment. I'm not sure. I'm just speaking for us. On the next, there's a map, a heat map showing best management practices installed by Soil and Water. I got this from the ISDA. You can see at the bottom of the page. He printed it out for me on 5/5. We didn't do this to make any other county look bad, but we did it to show what Lawrence County looks like. That's actively reducing sediment loss in 2024. And on the last page is just activities and other things that we are involved in. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions.
Any questions? We do appreciate it's more than we can absorb.
That's why I got papers you can take home.
So I do appreciate, I do understand the importance of what you folks are doing. So thank you very
All right,
much.
thank you.
Next on the agenda is Diana Matthews. Yes. Rural Dementia Network, IU Health.
Hi, yes, I'm Diana Matthews. I'm from the World Dementia Network at IU Health. And the World Dementia Network is a grant project that's been around since 2020. We're in the second phase of an expansion grant, and our sole purpose is to increase awareness, reduce stigma, provide support for families and for people living with dementia, and to help educate the professional caregivers in the area on best practices on how to take care of a person living with dementia. Part of that, though, is the Dementia Friendly America, Dementia Friendly Lawrence County and surrounding counties efforts that we've been doing all along. So in 2018, actually before the grant even happened, Lawrence County was designated by Dementia Friendly America as a dementia friendly community. And what that means is that there were several stakeholders in the community that came together and said, hey, we want to kind of take the lead and make sure that our community is dementia capable and dementia aware. Our population in Lawrence County is about 3% higher than the state average in people over the age of 65. So in our county, 20.8% of our citizens, so 1 out of every 5 people who live here are over the age of 65. Over the age of 65, 1 in 9 people have dementia. So that is potentially a large number of people living in our community. Doing the math of it, we have about 9,320, I think, people over the age of 65. So over 1,000 people in our community are living with dementia. And they're living at home. People aren't typically even diagnosed with dementia until they're in mid-stage dementia. And there's certainly not enough nursing home space to have everybody living in a nursing home. So that means that the vast majority, 80 to 90% of people living with dementia live at home. They live with their family or sometimes even live alone, and they're trying to navigate our community. A lot of times people living with dementia go into businesses or into organizations or into offices, county offices, government offices, and have some issues or some concerns. And people who are working in those organizations need to know how to recognize dementia, how to maybe improve the communication with the person living with dementia who's standing in front of them, maybe having some concerns or some issues. And so that's what our dementia-friendly training does. It's a 1-hour training, and we've trained numerous businesses, all the city offices, all the government offices in Orange County, and in Martin County, and in Jackson County. And those are the 4 counties, Lawrence, Martin, Orange, and Jackson, that our grant covers. So now we want to bring this training to Lawrence County offices, and I've been speaking with Amy Voorhees, and she would like to, she's very passionate about bringing that to the county offices and would like to use the voter registration room over in the plaza to host a training for the county employees to be able to say that our county government is dementia friendly, that we understand that our community is at risk for having a high level of people living with dementia who need our support. And so that's what my ask is of you guys today, is to allow us to use the voter registration room and train the county so that all county offices are considered dementia friendly by Dementia Friendly America. We can then boast that. We can put, we have little window clings that we put on office windows that say, hey, we're dementia friendly. Our employees then will feel confident in communicating and interacting with people living with dementia, and hopefully have a little bit of a toolkit on how to make the experience better for everybody. And I do have a packet of information that I brought just in case you guys want it, that has some statistics about dementia in the United States, has information about who we are as the Rural Dementia Network. We are 100% grant funded. Everything we do is free. We do individual consultations, we do support groups, we do community education, awareness events, just lots of different things, and everything we do is free to our residents. So.
It's somewhat startling.
It is startling, yeah. And it's actually going to get much more startling. The projection, in the United States, there's 7 million people living with dementia. The projection is there'll be 14 million by 2050, and that's not that far away. So we need to, of course, there's no cure for Alzheimer's or dementia, but we are learning a lot about prevention a whole lot. There's been in the last even 5 to 10 years, really the last 5 years, a huge push on research on prevention. And we also, as an organization, we're spreading that message too about brain health and about lifestyle interventions. So it is startling though.
So we have a request. I would entertain a motion to approve the request.
I'm curious about how long what kind of a program is it, what kind of a time frame is it?
It's a 1-hour training, and it is, we have to have at least 50% of the employees that have gone through the training to be considered dementia-friendly. And I'll offer at various times to accommodate people's schedules. It's not going to be only one time and everybody has to come. It's just to make it work for everybody. I think it's just important that our employees are armed with knowledge and have some confidence in being able to recognize signs and symptoms.
So I'd entertain a motion.
I move to approve.
Have a motion
I'll second
and
that.
a second.
I appreciate that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. And the motion carries.
Thank you.
Good luck with it.
Can I leave you a little bit of information that you can look at your leisure? And also my business card if you want to pass it on?
Thank you.
Just about everything you listed there is what we qualify for.
I know. Thank you very much.
Okay. Next is Priscilla Terrell from the Lawrence County Health Department.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Priscilla Terrell with the Lawrence County Health Department. I'm one of the environmental health specialists. I oversee the food, pool, and tattoo aspects of the environmental side. I'm here today to ask for the approval of the new food code that rolled out April 16th of this year. Right now, it's just educational discussion, so when I go in to do my inspections, I just educate the top 26 changes that we've had. With that being said, I oversee 187 current retail food, that's brick and mortars, 38 mobiles, that's a retail that they renew every year, permit they renew every year, 14 pools, and then 18 tattoo establishments, 2 of those now, which are microbladers. I have 12 plan reviews out, a Taco Bell, Wawa's, Casey's in Mitchell, new construction for Sunco, and then the Walmart fueling station, and 1 mobile plan review, and then 5 individual plan reviews, and that's for like commercial kitchens on their property. So what I've asked today is that you guys approve the model ordinance that the state sent to our office, and all really I did was plug in our county name. Our temporary, they'll stay 3 business days prior to the event. We kept the late fee, and if they don't permit, then I just ask them to leave at the day of, because I don't want to carry around or be responsible for cash on hand. So.
Since we have not had an opportunity to review this ordinance until today, I'm going to ask the question of Dave.
It was sent, Paula sent it out on the 7th.
Okay.
Okay.
But that's not
Okay.
to say that, but you mentioned it is the state form.
Yes,
The only thing you've done is included our Lawrence County
Yes, absolutely.
name in that ordinance. So
That's all correct.
do you feel that we're okay?
I've looked through it. I don't have any additions, changes, deletions, or amendments to make.
Okay. So then, without any other questions, I would entertain a motion to approve.
I'm assuming this is where the health department was in last meeting and asked, this is grant funded, this is grant funded.
No, it is a current activity.
Yes.
You're already working it, but there are some changes in
yes.
the regulations.
So we went from 410 IAC 7-24 to 410 IAC 7-26.
Okay.
And it's just a new food code, and all I would need is approval. So when I'm enforcing that, I'm following the rules and regulations in our county ordinance.
And it is a state-regulated
Yes.
organization, regulation, so. Okay. Entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve it.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. And the motion carries.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Jenny Fullen or Lindsay Hughes? Either one. They were to request use of the courthouse lawn. Anybody have any information on that? So we'll table that to the next meeting. Greg Boo?
Greg Baugh.
Baugh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes, my name is Greg Baugh. I live on 30 Poplar View Lane in Bedford in the Briarwood addition. I've been there about 10 years, and my request is to have the street that I live on, plus any other streets that might be necessary in the addition, to be paved. I've been, like I said, been there 10 years, and there's patches all over the road, and there are 4 new homes in our neighborhood. It would upgrade the value of the neighborhood, and there are many dog walkers, people walking around the streets, and my request is to be put on the agenda for next year. I know it can't do it this year, but if you would take that into consideration, I'd like to have that done soon.
Okay. We will review that,
Yeah.
and I apologize because I think I know you.
Yeah, we went to school together,
That's
Stalker
exactly
School
what I
in
think.
Bedford.
Yeah, I apologize for
In high
getting
school.
your name wrong.
Mr. Commissioner,
Yes.
in our GIS map for the highway, it shows that Poplar View is a private road. However, I'm looking through the ordinances because we've always plowed the snow there and everything else, see if we ever adopted it.
Okay.
Right now, it's listed as a private road.
Let's take it under review, and we'll do what we can do.
Okay, who owns the road? Do you have any idea?
Homeowners, I guess, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a private road for us, it's considered like a driveway.
Okay.
So, and we were up there, there is a couple potholes up there, but I talked to the foreman, and he said they've only plowed snow up there, so I'm looking through all the rules, see if we ever adopt it as a highway department.
Okay, so you'll get back to me with that?
One of us will.
Somebody, okay.
Okay.
Do you need my phone?
Leave your number with
I'll do
Brian,
that.
please.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Okay. Number 6 on the agenda, items for consideration. Anyone have anything? Next is department reports. I'm going to jump a little bit, and we'll take emergency management first.
Good morning. So Friday, we met with FEMA and Department of Homeland Security to have our meeting to see where our numbers were for public assistance, and that is governments and all taxing units on what they occurred in damages and whether we can get some funding back. We did get good feedback that all of our entities had done their homework and had prepared work and stuff, and so we are very hopeful. They've had those, like Bartholomew County had theirs Saturday, they're still doing them this week, and so they're gathering all those numbers then to forward on to President Trump to get a disaster declaration for FEMA funding. So we did that, we're still hopeful, but I look for it to be a couple weeks before we find out anything. But all the agencies did a good job getting all their paperwork together. Rodney was there, everybody did a good job, I thought, didn't you, Rodney?
Yes, I was not surprised, but it was a revelation that everybody worked as hard as they did
Yes.
to get the information together to provide to FEMA. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see some results from that.
Yeah. Everything else is just pretty much standard that we've been working on, so.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Valerie. Brian, can we jump back to you here?
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have most of our paving complete. We have 3 roads left. That's Stonington, Glenview Addition, and Leatherwood Creek Addition. I haven't put them on the schedule yet because we have rented a pneumatic roller for our chipping and sealing in June. So we're going to try to rotate to chipping and sealing. I don't have a good list of roads because we're kind of doing budgets right now and figuring out how much we have left and what we can chip and seal. And then we are clearing bridges and getting ready for summer, if it ever stops raining on us.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to report, Jimmy.
Okay. Questions? Thank you, Brian. Yeah. Next is Sheriff Greg Day.
Morning.
Good morning.
I really don't have anything, so I'll just give you the GO numbers. We had a total of 76 inmates. 66 of those are males, 10 females, holding 12 for DOC. Have 3 parole holds with no local charges, and then we have 4 convicted level 6 felons here locally. So, anybody have anything for me? I like it.
Thank you, sir. We do too. Okay. Any unfinished old business? Comments? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Thank you all.